Did you watch The Little Mermaid? I loved it. It was so beautiful. What a great movie. I just like, first of all, can I mention that everybody in the movie theater was crying? I was crying. The women were crying, white women, black women. The men were crying, the children were crying. It was so cute. It was so beautiful. And everything about the music, her voice was so magical. Her voice, um, the orchestra, the whole music composition, everything, the storytelling, her character, she is such a superstar. Hallie Bailey is a superstar, and the way she shone in this movie, it was so like, I just feel as though the casting, here's the thing. I know I'm going to say something controversial. Oh my gosh, you're so rude. But I'm going to say it anyway. I feel like a lot of the casting was great. I think the casting with the prince, it just was not, it was just lackluster. I just don't understand how you can have such a babe, such a hot chick like her, like Halle Bailey, and then that's who you pick as the freaking prince. Seriously. And not to be offensive or anything, he's just such an average guy. He's like an average English guy, right? And I know Americans get like, get impressed with someone with an English accent, but I grew up in the UK, so I'm not impressed by that. He looks like an average English guy that you meet at a pub, or it's like just like a chav. He's just so average, and I just felt as though I remember the Little Mermaid and the prince being extremely handsome and beautiful, and I was just kind of like, I wish that they picked someone on par with her, because but the fact that they didn't pick that, it just made her shine even more, because like it was, you could just tell when you have a once in a generation talent. And to me, she really is that. Like, she was giving Beyonce, she was giving mega superstar. Like, she, like the way she shone in that movie, wow. And when I left the movie, when the movie ended, I was basically sitting there like this, and I watched all the credits, and I was like, and the person, there's a woman and her child who I guess they just came in for the next showing, and she looks back at me for a second, and that's when the lights just go on, and like I just like wake up, but she smiles because she was excited to, oh, so is this movie this great? Like, she could see that energy. I saw other people crying. Like I said, everybody's crying in that movie. It was so beautiful. Um, the storytelling, the dynamics, and for me, the impact of this story, the fact that, a black actress was given this, was adorned in this epic, emotional Disney, well, I don't even know the words to use, I don't know the adjectives to use. Like, this is just so monumental. And especially for me, because growing up as a kid watching The Little Mermaid, and what would that have done for me if it was a black Little Mermaid? Like, I'm so proud, I'm so happy for all the little girls that get to watch this, especially the little black girls. But to put this beautiful black actress on this pedestal in this way, and make her shine, and live up to her fullest potential, like you could just see her glowing. That was what was part of it for me, that was just so incredible. She's just really stunning. She's just so, and it's so funny because it goes against everything that the media wants to teach you that a black woman is. And the fact that it's Disney, the biggest media company in the world, that is supporting this image of this beautiful, stunning, feminine, sweet, just so sweet, like candy girl, and she just lives up to this, like her person. To me, she's like a rising star, like the Beyonce between her and her sister. I talk about her sister on this channel. You guys know what I have to say about her sister. I don't really appreciate the way that she presents herself, but that's not really my business. But I love how they could be individuals, the way they've been branded. And Chloe's over sexualization has not affected Hallie's beauty and femininity and delicacy and purity. That's really the word I want to use. which is quite shocking. And you know what, the thing about Chloe is I still think that she's pure, as even though she does all disgusting stuff on camera. I still think she's pure. I don't think she even said that she hasn't had that many sexual partners. She said that in the Swarm interview. So I just like wish that Black women weren't so over sexualized in media. I have a whole video about this. Go watch it. Also on my other channel, The Ken Mo Show, I broke down the themes, the racial themes around this movie. I don't really want to get into those subjects on this channel because that's not what this channel delves into, but I'll put a link to the two of them below so you can see. But as far as this movie, it was iconic. It was exactly what we need, and I would advise that everybody go see it. I'm gonna go watch it again, probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably watch it tomorrow again. Everything about it, the music was the best part. The acting, her acting, she really showed that she could act. You know, she really showed that she's a superstar talent as an actress. The casting was great. What else? The storytelling. Melissa McCarthy was great too. She was actually the perfect person to be cast as Ursula. You know, I don't know who would have done it better. And she was humorous. She was funny. Yeah, I mean, other than this, like, I don't have too much more to say. If you really want to get a deep dive into the themes, the racial themes in this story, I really go into more of a controversial dynamic on my other channel. So definitely go see that to get that breakdown. But in terms of the storytelling, the only thing I will say is I, as a kid, remember The Little Mermaid being really short, and I was just kind of wondering how are they going to approach this, like, but I love how they added some scenes in, and this was like a full 2 hours and 15 minutes. There was a lot to unpack, and a lot of an emotional roller coaster. I love how they added the little nuances, the music, all these things made this movie longer. The storytelling and the love that they exhibited, it was just such a pleasant, incredible movie to watch. So I would say absolutely go watch it. It's a must see. It's a must see multiple times. And yes, I know what's his name, the hater that played Aladdin, came out talking about, I don't think it's gonna get 1 billion views like we did or 1 billion sales. I don't think we're gonna. But yeah, this movie did better than Aladdin. Let's talk about that. This movie did better than Aladdin. It did better than Aladdin in the opening week. Let me open this. So, hold on. So, Aladdin guy talks about, it's not gonna do well. Oh my god. And the movie outsells Aladdin by 1 million. CNN, The Little Mermaid. By 1 million. So many people said they cried. Everybody cried because it was just so emotional. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, what's going on here? What is this? All right, let me. All right. So, Disney's The Little Mermaid rakes in 117 million at the box office on opening weekend. Look at all these little girls, just so proud. Disney's live action movie, The Little Mermaid, brought in 117.5 million at the US box office in the 5th best opening of Memorial Day weekend in history, according to Box Office Mojo. Okay, so it did better than the original. It got a lot of thumbs up. And here's the part that gets me. It did better than Aladdin. And not that I wanted her to compete with Aladdin. It's just the fact that that idiot who, first of all, nobody went to watch Aladdin because of the actor Aladdin, who hasn't even gotten a role since that movie. How do you get a Disney blockbuster movie and you can't get a role anywhere? Even Naomi, the girl in it, she got roles, but he hasn't gotten anything, which is like, it's crazy. Maybe it's that snappy mouth of his, right? But the only reason why people went to see Aladdin, well, okay, it's because it's Aladdin, but we really went to see it because of Will Smith. It did those numbers because of Will Smith, a black person. So here we go. all these numbers. Top Gun did 160 million. Little Mermaid, Pirates of the Caribbean did 140 million. So it did better. I think Aladdin also debuted on Memorial Day weekend in 2019 and did 116.8 million, but this did 117.5 million. Still did better than you, ha. So, but I just think it's so magical, and this is for the girls. I think Aladdin is more universal, so that actually speaks volumes that Little Mermaid is really for women, even though men are going to watch it too, but it's really for the little girls, and the women too, because it's a love story. But the men are going to watch it too, but it still did better than Aladdin. And I say that, women have higher purchasing power than men. That's one thing. Women have higher purchasing power, especially children. Little girls, well, I think little girls and little boys, it's even, but little girls have big, strong purchasing power. I think what came out this weekend, I think the Spider-Man thing came out, not Spider-Man, the main one, but the Black Spider-Man cartoon. And that would have taken like a good amount of viewers, a lot of boys, black boys, a lot of boys would have gone and watched that. So that might have affected it. So if there wasn't such a big opening, it would have done way better. Now, I know that it didn't worldwide. Apparently, they said it did. Box Office Mojo says it did 185 million, which is significantly less than Aladdin. I think Aladdin, not significantly. Aladdin did like 200 million globally in the opening weekend. But here's the thing, because when I looked at Box Office Mojo, it only included a few. Let me find it. It didn't include like a lot of countries, so that makes me wonder, I know that the movie's come out, so I think Box Office Mojo's numbers aren't accurate. They don't have all the numbers in yet, because I know that it premiered in Nigeria and I didn't see the Nigerian numbers. I don't see any African numbers. So when they're talking about Aladdin did these numbers, the Mermaid, when they're talking about Aladdin did those numbers, 210 million. Well, that's counting all the countries, and they probably got all the numbers. This is how many years later they have all the numbers in. But when it comes to the Little Mermaid, you don't have all the numbers yet. Yeah, there we go. So let's look at it. When it comes to Little Mermaid, you don't have all the numbers yet. You only have, it says Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So you only have 3 countries in Europe representing Europe. Latin America, you have 1 country in Latin America. You have 1 country. So based on these numbers, it did 185 million. So this is not worldwide. So this tells me that it's actually done better worldwide. Aladdin did 200 million, 211 million, something like that. So it tells me it's actually done better. Let me know your thoughts, though, on what the Aladdin guy said about this and this, the sales of Little Mermaid. Impressive numbers. I'm excited because there's a lot of naysayers. I heard that a lot of people, the right wing, they're racist and stuff, and they were really against this. Then we also have some countries around the world are very racist towards black people, and so they might not show up because of that. Like, I know the numbers did really badly in Korea, and I heard that there were some issues around racism in Korea and other countries. And it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't know what to say about that. Actually, I know what to say about that. Go watch my other channel. I break that down. My thoughts on the racism around this. But that's not our concern. Let's keep funding more black movies, more movies with black role models, more, change the narrative for the propaganda towards black people in the media, and stop inspiring bad behavior in the world, within the black community. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Did you watch this movie? Did you enjoy this movie? What are your thoughts on the movie? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I'm going to go watch it again tomorrow. Not only just to add some more numbers to their numbers, but also just because I really genuinely love the movie. I've been listening to the soundtrack all day. I love it. Okay, you're watching Brand Video Pro. leave a comment down below. Make sure you join my email list. The link is down below. Join my email list. Like, follow, subscribe, all of those things. I'm coming out with a join now button, a membership button on this channel. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. In fact, if you guys want me to have a members only, and I want to put some perks, leave a comment down below. Let me know what perks you would like. I definitely want to make some exclusive, information-based content for you guys, documentaries, just exclusive, things in media, sessions, different things. So leave a comment down below. Let me get like 50 likes on this video so that I can know that you guys really want that membership button, and not just 50 likes, but also the kind of content that I can make that's exclusive for you guys in my membership groups. Let me know what kind of content you want. Anyway, you're watching Brand Video Pro. I'm your host, Mo. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.